We've travelled stateside today to bring a touch of the exotic to a rather plain lounge. Today we're in Haines City, near Orlando, at the home of Jennifer Douglas. Jennifer is animal print crazy and has already themed her 2 bedrooms with leopard skin throws and matching accessories. But she doesn't know what to do with the lounge. So let's bring on the boys to add a touch of Africa. So we're going a bit exotic in this room by the sound of it.
Certainly are today.
What have we got in store, Jake?
Nice little TV in there. It's going to make a nice big TV unit, and we clad it all in pine, sand it all down, and have a nice little finish on it. I'm looking around where the kitchen area is as well. Got a breakfast bar area there. Yeah. Just a plain white wall, which I find quite a lot around these houses. Yes. So we're going to put some detail into that, and we're going to clad that with some timber as well.
Sounds brilliant.
Okay, got some other bits to do as well, but that's what I'm going to be getting on with today.
Sounds
good.
Great. As if on cue, Gav. What have you got in store for us today?
Well, we're using a bit of timber. Got to make some pelmets for the windows. Got 3 windows in there we've got to sort out. You got some of this knocking about as well.
Yeah, got loads of that, mate.
We've got to revamp the coffee table. The one that's in there, again, it's just a little bit dull. We'll try and jazz it up a little bit. And also some lighting, feature lighting on one of the walls as well.
Brilliant.
Some wall lights. It should look the part anyway.
Nice one.
Sounds
loads
fantastic.
to do, though.
Well, this is fun, isn't it, girls? Escaping the house for a bit, leaving the boys to it. Got 3 generations of girls here with me. So, Jen, what do you think sums up what you love about Florida?
Well, there's the sun, of course, the beaches, the parks, the shopping.
Especially the
Yes.
shopping. You've got some lovely accessories in the rest of the house, all these animal prints and...
Yes, I wanted to make the house look a little bit different, and when we went to Animal Kingdom and coming to Busch Gardens, they have all these fabulous animal prints around and little ornaments, and we made up one of the bedrooms, got some lovely animal prints on the walls.
And you've done all the decorating and bits and pieces in the house yourself, haven't you?
Yes.
So you're a bit of a dab hand.
I do my best.
You attempt, do you?
Yes.
So what was the reason for calling in the boys? Bit more inspiration?
Well, I had got so far. I'd done the easy stuff. Like I said, I'd done the easy stuff. And then I was faced with this big room. You walk into the lounge, and it looks like any hotel room anywhere. And I just wanted people to walk through the door and look at it and say, wow.
Yeah. The wow factor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel I could do that. I've given them a few hints. I'm hoping they'll follow them. I'm very excited.
It's a nice colour you got going on there.
I know. It's definitely going to brighten the room up a little bit anyway.
There's quite a lot of wall space. Are we painting all the walls?
Majority. That wall there I think we're going to leave because that's kind of the corridor, being all open plan. The kitchen area as well, we're actually drawing a line there where Jake's doing his cladding. And it's just this kind of area here we're going to be concentrating with. But we've got the patio doors and the 2 windows that we're going to pelmet above, using a bit of chunky timber.
Great.
This wall here, we're going to try and put some feature lights on, because then the sofa can sit underneath there, and you can have those on as reading lights, so you can have the rest of the lights down in the room. It'll be quite relaxed, quite moody. Because the colours we're using, it's kind of like an African sort of tinge on things. We're using beiges, golds, creams, just to try and make the room have a little bit more depth. Each wall can be a slightly different shade as well as we go around the room, so it should look quite nice.
That sounds lovely, and with all the natural wood, the browns
really
of that
good.
should really tie in nicely.
And hopefully, I've got to do the coffee table as well, revamp that, and we're either going to use some timber if there's enough left, because we've got the other jobs to do first of all. If not, we might even use a little bit of metal work on that, just to jazz it up a little bit.
Just to incorporate that a little bit.
Yes, but that's still touch and go at the moment.
I'm intrigued, Gav.
Definitely.
We're starting on the TV unit then, are we?
Yep, going to kick off with that, make a nice little frame for it out of, supposed to be 2x2, but it's all under.
It's all slightly different measurements, isn't it? It's very difficult to work it out.
Done my head in anyway. 8B1, 1B8, I don't know.
And what's the style and design of this then?
Well, I've got a little sketch here for you to look at. I'm going to have a frame like I'm just doing now, a bar going across for the shelf, and of course the same at the back. Uprights going all the way down there, so we can attach all this 8x1, or should I say 1x8, to that. Okay, and it's this pine.
Panelling.
It's panelling there.
So like very wide tongue and groove almost, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it will be like T&G at the end of the day once it's finished. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, lovely.
I might even underroute down it because it's just going to be square edge to square edge, but we'll see because I'm doing exactly the same on the breakfast bar. Because you walk in the room, it's the same as a wall. I mean, I know it's supposed to blend in, but I mean, every house is the same. You've got to change it, you know. It's like walking into your own living room. You go next to a neighbour, oh, hi, can I borrow some sugar? It's like, we might as well go in your own kitchen. I bet the sugar's in the same place as well. Anyway.
But it's ideal for us because it's all a blank canvas.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
And for painting on the walls, we're just laughing.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Nothing to cover. It's just all nice blank white.
Definitely.
Excellent.
Now, one of the tasks I've got to tackle in the room is to try and dress the windows up in the form of pelmets above it. Now, there's different ways you can do this, and what we're going to try and use is some real timber today, just to try and give a sort of woody feel to the room. Obviously, we're going on a bit of an African trip in there, and it's just trying to get some natural materials in, because the American materials that they like, a lot of it, especially for things like pelmets, will be a fabric pelmet. A lot of the furniture would be melamine, so it's nice to have a decent piece of timber. And timber over here is very inexpensive compared back to the UK. We're using the same timber that Jake's going to be using as well, 3/4 thick by 7¼ wide, and we'll just cut it up into size using the big saw around the front. When it comes to assembling, we're just going to be using a glue here. Now, this is very similar to PVA, like we get back in the UK. You can use it on most surfaces, dries clear. And we're just going to nail this and make a bit of a box section out of the timber for the pelmets. Now, because we're using nail gun, it'll have to be the specs. And a good way to stop this twisting is just to stagger the nails as well.
Just assembling the carcass now, out of pine, as you can see. This is the frame. You want to make something at home, and you are going to clad it with timber. You need to make a shell for it, and this is the skeleton shell. So it's about 1¼ 1¼ the thickness of this, all the way around there, and we'll clad it with some timber. Now, I've got it over here. Comes up, it should be like 8x1, but it's coming up about 7x1, and just under an inch actually, about 3/4 inch, 18mm. But hey, it's working out all right, so I'm not going to complain. Nice bit of timber. So we're going to put them across like that, all the way around, okay, and we're going to sling a back on it. Now this one here, you can't see it, but I'll show you this end instead, because it's going to be exactly the same. We're going to have an overhang with the pine going down there, and the reason why we're going to have an overhang is because we're going to have some doors on there, some beautiful doors. We're going to make a frame out of probably 2x1. And then we're going to get some woven bamboo, you know, like the screens, the blinds that you get where you pull down. We're going to cut them up, and then we'll staple it to the back of the opening I'm going to cut out in the doors. And of course, to finish it off, we'll have a top, and then we can plonk the TV on there. Right, second part of the unit, just put some braces in, left and right here, and we're going to wet the shelf in. Got a bit of plywood. Now, when I was measuring up for the T&G, or the cladding which is going around here, I haven't got enough to go in the kitchen, so I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just going to nip down the shops with Gav, and I'm going to get some plywood. They do use plywood, which actually looks like tongue and groove, and that's what we're going to face the breakfast bar with, so hopefully I'll get away with that without anybody knowing about it. Anyway, going to drop the shelf in now. That'll go in a sec, and we're going to make the doors. I'm going to have a back on it as well, but I want to cut 2 big holes just for the plugs so it can go straight through to the back wall. And then I've got the top, of course.
All right, Bab.
All right, mate.
I think we need a break.
Yeah?
Fancy going shopping?
You're joking?
No, come on, let's go.
New trainers. These are quite cool. There we are. Oh yeah.
That's nice. I like this stuff.
Reading. Yeah, it's called reeded. And it's a 6 reed. And the blocks.
You use around the fireplace, isn't it?
All for like bookcases. Just finish the top and then go across the top like that. Really cheap.
Right, there's all the panelling anyway. Now, are we going hardboard designed on the front or real wood?
I reckon we should do the real McCoy, mate.
All right, I'm with you on that.
I like the way they've spaced that out as well. Put that bar in there.
Right, cool.
Nice. Yeah,
Well, we'll need a few more than that, aren't we?
This can look gorgeous, isn't
This
it?
is great, yeah.
Love all these natural colours. You're a big fan of all this, then, are you?
Oh yes, yeah. I think really it's sort of African colours, earthy, warm, earthy colours.
It's very easy on the eye, isn't it?
Yeah.
That look.
And goes down well in a tropical climate. You know, makes you think of Africa.
Have you been to Africa?
Yeah. Well, I've been to Egypt. Love Egypt.
Really?
Yes,
All the
fabulous
pyramids
place.
and
Yeah, and the Nile. The colours on the Nile are just extraordinary.
gorgeous. Have you done much travelling?
I lived in Holland for 10 years and I've had 6 years in Ireland.
Fantastic. You've been all over the place then.
Yeah, well, I studied languages and then started moving around. Lived in Germany for a while, in France, Austria. Moved around quite a lot.
Fantastic.
Right, looks like the weather's taking a little bit of a turn. The wind's picked up and a little bit of rain, but I've been told it's only going to last for about half an hour, so I'm going to try and work through it. The good old Brits, eh? Just to attack the lighting feature now. Now we're going to have two lights on that wall in the wall, which is kind of as you come around from the hallway. And we want to try and make these quite large. We're going to be using ply to make a lighting feature. And this is 3/4 or 18mm ply. And we want it to look like shields, like little African shields. So basically, we're going to cut them out. I've drawn it round here. It's very easy because I've, sorry, can you see there? There we go. And I've roughly drawn it, and the piece I've cut off, I've gone along the line pretty well, and I've used that as a template to cut the other side to make sure it's all square. And the same for the lower piece as well. So half an hour later, obviously the rain's stopped now. The gardener's back out over there with his strimmer and they're playing golf just across the way there. But where did all that rainwater go? Now there's a little law here in Florida for new build houses on residential plots like this one, well not exactly like this one, more built up than this one, that you're only allowed to occupy 35% of the land with hard standing, i.e. the house, the driveway and the pool area. The rest of the land that comes with the house has to be left to grass, bark chippings or even shingle to allow it to drain properly. Now, obviously any plans for any building work, extensions all have to be submitted to the normal way as they would here in Florida. But for this particular development, they've been cut a little bit of slack. You're allowed to occupy up to 70% of your plot because you've got this fantastic golf course at the back here. Obviously, it all slopes down straight into the golf course. There's loads of trees, quite big trees here, which are going to drink a lot of the water as well. And that's only because of this fact that the houses here are allowed to occupy a little bit more of the plot. If that wasn't the case, if the golf course wasn't here, it would be back to 35% like everywhere else in Orlando.
Oh, these going to be the doors for the TV unit?
Yep, that's one of the doors. Now, I've just given it a stain, put the hinges on.
Very nice.
I've got the router. So we're going to go all around like that with the router.
Very nice.
I'm going to wax some glue in it.
This is nice. What's that?
Yeah, I thought it was actually going to be like twined up bamboo, but it's not. It's like a matting.
Like it, yeah. It's very nice. Was it a blind?
Yeah, it was actually.
You've been cutting things up.
So we're just going to get that off.
That's a lovely texture with the stained wood, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
Very
it is.
nice.
It's going to blend in perfect in the room.
So what you just...
Just going to glue all the way around here like that.
Yes.
Okay. It just makes a change from just whacking a bit of MDF in it or a bit of fretwork, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So what we do, put that on the, oops daisy, on that corner there like that. Yeah, so you work off of one edge. You get that. Right, that's securely on there. The shield lights are taking shape now. That's what they're going to look like once they're on the wall, that kind of shape. We've cut both of them out. And we need to think about making a little bracket at the back. Now this is to hold the light fixture itself and create some way of fixing it to the wall. So we've pinned that in like that, a bit of glue, and we've just used some of the timber, the same timber I've used for the pelmets. So we're going to stud it off slightly from the wall. And using the same timber again, we've just got the ceramic light fitting, which is just buy straight from your Home Depot type place, one of those, and a light bulb and a little drawstring that goes on the bottom of it, like so. And we're going to be fixing that into there. Now, we're going to be screwing this in, not nailing and gluing it, because
once I've piloted these holes and just put the screws in, I'm going to whip them back out again, because this plate, if we put some pilot holes through here, we can actually use this to fix it to the wall in the first place, and we'll probably have 4 fixings, because remember they are cavity walls over here, so we can get some really good plasterboard fixings on them, and then we can then offer the front of the shield up over the top of this, like so the two marry together, and then the screw holes in the side there can just fix it all into position.
Just marking out the panelling now for the breakfast bar. Found some beautiful ply as well. We went down to the Home Depot. Now, I'm just going to spin it around. Have a look at this. You like that? That's beautiful, that is. And it looks a little bit like birch ply. It's about 1/8 of an inch thick. That's pretty good stuff. So you can imagine, you can go out, you get TNG, you have to clamp it all together and glue it. Well, we've got it in sheet form. So we're going to clad that around the breakfast bar. Just a few cuts. There's a socket there as well, electrical socket. So I'm just going to cut that now. And we're going to get some panel adhesive, just squeeze it around, stick it straight to the wall, and it will completely revamp that wall. It's just plain white, as the same as the rest of the walls, well, which are now painted. It's going to look brilliant. So we're going to put that on there now. So I'm going to get my circular saw. There we go. I'll be right back.
So then, Randy, how's your English tea?
Very good, my first try.
Not too bad, cheers.
Yes.
What we say over there.
Thank you.
This is Randy, who's an electrician who works here in the state of Florida, and I've just got a few questions to ask, if you don't mind, just about
Yes, sir.
the particulars here. Now, the main difference, obviously, from the UK is the voltage, because the voltage over here is 110 volts, isn't it, for a household?
120 and
120.
240.
120 and 240, but for a standard residential area like this, it would be 120, wouldn't it?
Right.
Okay.
The only thing is 240 is the stove, the heat, the air conditioning, and the hot water heater.
Okay, but everything else, all the sockets, all the lights would all be 120,
Right.
yeah?
120.
Now, when you come into train to be an electrician, in the UK, you do a thing called an apprenticeship, which is just like a training course, and it would either be 3 or 4 years. Do they offer something similar over here in America?
Right, 4 years.
4 years, okay. That would be college-based and working for a company as well.
Well, not necessarily college. You don't necessarily have to go to college to become a journeyman electrician, but they do require you to work a 4-year apprenticeship program under a master electrician or a journeyman electrician with
Okay.
on-site training.
All right, that's good, that's good. How long have you been doing it? Do you want me asking?
My dad was a master electrician, 46 years in the trade. I started when I was 18, I'm 50, so I've got 32 years.
That's a fair bit of experience. You're not originally from Florida, though, are you?
No, I'm from Tennessee originally.
Tennessee, the accent's slightly different. Now, obviously, coming from Tennessee to Florida, I mean, obviously, you're a qualified electrician in Tennessee. When
Right.
you come over to Florida, do you need to get a certificate from the Florida state to practice here?
Yes, sir, and they'll ask for the years of experience you've got. Sometimes they'll do reciprocity with you. It all depends how many years, what your training was, past experience. The National Electrical Code is the same all over the country in all 50 states. Even when I worked up in Alaska, it was still the same electrical code up there as it is down here and in Tennessee.
Okay, that sounds fantastic.
Same in Canada and Puerto Rico and some other foreign countries.
All right, well, we'll be finished filming here in a couple of weeks, so can I look you up and get me a job for the rest of the summer?
Well, we might. We can do a little training with you.
All right, that
If
sounds
you-
cool. Let's finish the tea and check out the golf.
All right.
Now, a little tip, when you're cutting across the grain with plywood, it splinters quite badly as well. So what I suggest you do is cut it upside down. So the face side that you want, flip it over and then cut it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with this now. So I'll just cut that and I'll show you the nice clean cut we get at the end of it. We've just about reached that. Now, as you can see, it's splintered all the way along, right? You turn it the other way round. Here we go, look at that, you get a lovely, perfect, clean cut. So remember that when you're dealing with plywood, flip it over and cut the rough side first, and that's what you'll get. So to go inside now, I'll fix that to the wall, cut the socket out, and whack the other one on.
Right, the coffee table has proved a little bit more of a chore than what I first thought it was going to be. Now, we were deciding what to replace those horrible smoked glass panels with, and we came up with the idea of using some kind of fretwork. Now, the board kind of fretwork isn't very practical for that, so we wanted to go for something of an earthy kind of feel to it. So we've used this almost copper-coloured steel fretwork, very, very thin steel fretwork that we've got here. So we're going to be using this, and I think it's quite effective, really. And but the only problem with using this is the actual natural strength of it, because it's quite a thin material. If we just spun that across the holes, the gaps in the table, I feel that after a while that would eventually cave in, whatever kind of fixings we used around the edge. So we need to reinforce it somehow.
So TV unit's finished now, just cladding the breakfast bar. Now we've got an electrical socket down, not allowed to touch it, so we're going to cut round it. Now, I'm just going to mark out, so what you need to do, let's spin him around. Transform from there, transfer your measurements straight onto here. So, what we got? We've got 136 mil, and then you go up, 310, and then what's that? That's 72 mil, so that's what you need to do. So we'll measure up and mark them. There you go. Like that, brilliant.
I found 2 of these lamps already in the room, which don't go in with the colour scheme that we've got, but they will once I've painted them. So I've got the wall colour, the yellowy shade. I'm going to paint them with that, and then over the top, once that's dry, I'm going to dry brush with some gold paint, which I'll just show you on this because I'm going to paint over it anyway. Or just highlight. That's a bit dry. Just highlight where the leaf edge is. Like that, so over the yellow paint, that'll look absolutely gorgeous.
Well, it's tool time again, and I've found, it's like a hand sort of nail gun, a manual one. And this thing here, instead of using that like we normally use on the programs, okay, it's all got gas in it and stuff like that. This is a manual one, which we found. What you do, got these little powder, little bullets here. You stick that in there, that little cartridge in there like that, okay? You get your nail, and they have different size nails, and as you can see, that orange rubber bit there, that stops the nail from shooting straight through the timber. But this still goes straight through into concrete, and that won't go anywhere near it. So if you want to fix a batten onto the floor straight to concrete to maybe make a timber frame and put a wall up, this is a baby you're going to need. So you put that in there like that, I don't know if you can see that. Let's just put him in there like that. Got ear defenders, because it makes a loud bang, so like a gun going off this is. Okay, put some goggles on just in case. There we go. Then what you do, you put it on the floor, press down, and then strike it with the hammer. I don't know if you heard that, but I certainly heard it through his ear defenders. And that is actually fixed to the concrete, and I can't get it off. So I better go and get a crowbar. But anyway, I just thought I'd take a little bit of time out just to show you a manual nail gun.
Are we nearly there?
I've just got to stain this up, so it'll take me about 10 minutes. The other panel I've got to fix, and a bit of staining, so yeah, not nearly there.
Fantastic, good, because you've got 20 minutes to do it.
Well, I should have it done in 25 minutes.
Good. Gav,
Yeah.
have you got a lot to do?
No, light bulbs in, lights are working.
So the other one.
Lovely.
Just go and put some of the junk in the van, come back and put the sofas in position, and we're out of here.
Fantastic. Very cool.
From Africa, and we are happy.
We've used these curtains to dress the window in the dining area because in an open plan room like this, it can help to create a separate zone. Do you think we've brought a touch of Africa to Florida today then?
Oh, most definitely, yeah. The subtle colours of the African plain reflected across the bare walls of that lounge.
Well, we have done
We
that.
don't know we're doing, Gav.
Very inspiring.
Yeah.
No, it's a nice mix of textures in there.
Yeah, definitely.
The wood looks fantastic. It's really made it warm.
Yeah, I think so. It's one of those things where you can have a slight theme to a room, but without going tacky and over the top. I mean, a lot of the bars and places around here we go drinking and whatever are just over-themed, and it's almost tack, lots of plastic stuff in there. But we've used real wood, a little bit of metal, and tried to bring a little bit of Africa in there, theming it slightly but not going over the top, because after all, it's someone's lounge and they've got to live there. It's probably the room they'll use most in the house.
Jake, did you have a good day today then?
I always have a good day, and especially making the TV cabinet. That come up nice.
That looks fantastic.
All timber as well, no MDF, bit of plywood, pine. Of course, the stain which we bounced around the room as well on the panelling on the breakfast bar.
That panelling looks really
You like
effective.
that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
it's very thin. Was it quite easy to work with?
Yeah, it's an 1/8 of an inch thick. It's really easy to sort of play with and clad the walls, and like in England, you usually get tongue and groove, slot it all up together, and then nail it up. With that, you just cut the sheet, put it straight on. Nobody knows.
Exactly the same effect.
Exactly the same effect. And I do like your lights. Your lights are really nice.
They look really good.
Very
Thank you,
unusual. Very unusual.
No, they look part.
They look like an African shield.
Which is, well, luckily they look like it.
Really?
So, someone in the crew said they look like a big fat lemon, but I think they actually look like an African shield.
That's
Moulded
probably,
after yourself then.
Yeah,
man,
thank you.
No, brilliant day. Bit cloudy, which is a bit of a shame, but hey.
Easier to work in.
Still
Had a
got
spot of
sunshine.
rain earlier, just for a few moments, but it's
Yeah.
not too bad.
No, it's me with a hose pipe.
So we're happy boys?
Yeah,
Very much so,
Very,
yeah.
very happy.
Good. Well,
Can we go now?
you can go now.
I'm going to sprint that way and go and have a game of golf.
Go on
All right,
then.
I'll
I'll
go.
go and see what Beryl and Lee think of it.
All right, and you take care.
Thank you, guys.
Ciao, Bella.
Ciao. When we arrived, the huge open-plan lounge seemed rather disjointed. It wasn't apparent where the lounge stopped and the kitchen started. It didn't have any kind of personal look and was in desperate need of some theme. So, what do they think?
It's amazing. It doesn't seem like the same room.
Doesn't it?
No, it's beautiful. And I love the colours on the walls.
Aren't they lovely?
They're great,
Gorgeous.
yes.
Look at the lights.
Yes.
Well, nothing really matched before.
It didn't, did it?
No, it didn't really match.
And now we have a theme.
Have you seen the lights at the back?
Oh yeah. Oh, the prints.
We got you some prints.
It's really great. It is really. And the table.
Revamped your table.
Yes.
That's the same table, isn't it?
Yes.
Beautiful.
And we've had the breakfast bar. And your
That is
television.
just gorgeous.
Yes. Yes.
It's beautiful,
It
isn't it?
really is. Yes.
And I've seen above the windows, look, new pelmets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything blends in.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Exactly what I wanted.
Good.
So they did take notice of my hint.
Happy girls though.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. Very
Thrilled.
Yes.
Thrilled.
Next today we're off to Ardingly Fair in West Sussex. BBC Radio 5 Live could send you with a group of celebrities to Africa for comic relief. Call 0906 5577 555 and tell us why you should be in the team. Calls cost £1.